known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's 2 curls out of the 1 potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the 2 colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat 'em. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in 2. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge. First one way, and then the other. Sweet potatoes cut like this. Drop them into a little batter of pancake flour and fry them. When they're golden brown, sprinkle molasses on them. Serve them with strips of bacon for breakfast. Why, they're delicious. Here's beets, you pickle them, and carrots, you steam or cream them. In making the original French fried potato, cut them in thick slices. Put them one on top of each other. Cross-cut the slices, and you'll never eat a French fry any other way. The potatoes cut like this will not absorb the fat because they're garnished around. Pineapples cut for your pineapple and cheese salad, cut them the same way. Here is one, and this is a dandy. Cuts any thickness or any size. Open it for a thick slice, close to the top for a thin slice. Saratoga chips, you can make them for 3 or 4 pennies a pound. Just pull the blade towards you like this. If you want the slices thicker than this, open the blade, there's a thick slice. Shoestrings for your Friday fish dinner, cut them down like this. Chop them up for your vegetable soup. What this knife is really intended for is for cutting the cabbage. You know the old-fashioned board, how you rip and tear, sometimes nipping the ends off your fingers. Lay it flat and pull it lightly towards you over the cabbage. The weight of the knife across the cabbage is all that's necessary. Why, ladies, when you get slaw cut as fine as this, you'll certainly appreciate eating it. The crowning feature of the set is the cutter that I'm going to show you now. This is known as the Champeen Vegetable Mincing Knife and Noodle Cutter. Now, when you want to make some real fine noodles at home, you roll the dough out like this. Dip this into a little flour so it doesn't stick to the dough, and as you roll it over the dough, that will cut the noodles in long strips 10 at a time. Did you ever try to chop up a little nuts for cake? Why, I've seen ladies chop nuts and the nuts land up on the ceiling. Sometimes you chop the ends off your fingers. When you want to chop up a little nuts for cake, cooked meat, clams for chowder, soup greens to throw into your soup, making a little pepper or chicken hash is just a few strokes rolling it up and down. Why, here is without a doubt the meanest thing in the world to cut parsley. Put that in a grinder, you really grind it too fine. This machine, instead of crushing the parsley, cuts it quick, clean, and dry, leaving every bit of the juice and every bit of the flavor. Now, to clean this machine, you press the button. Rinse it out in a little water. When you're through using it, hang it up and let it dry. Here's one here that every lady should have in her home, known as the Parisian scoop. You lay it flat, once to the right, once to the left. When you scoop them out, you'll get a perfect round little ball. You can pot roast these, cut them out of cheese or cut them out of butter. When you're serving a fruit cocktail in the summertime, take your fresh cantaloupe, scoop them out like this, mix them with apples, pears, and watermelons, makes a delicious fruit cocktail served with a little cracked ice like you see here. But here's a tool, ladies, if you ever do get it, you'll thank the day you've seen this demonstration. When you press, it locks. It's like a pair of human hands. Reach in the oven and take the biscuits out of the oven. Ever take the hot potatoes out of the oven and burn yourself on the elbow? A roast chicken out of the oven, a piece of meat out of the pot, spinach, asparagus out of the water. Why, around canning season, when you're preserving the fruits, to take the hot fruit jars out of the water like that, that machine is worth dollars to you. And here's another one that I really know you'll enjoy having in your kitchen, known as the safety grater. No doubt you're familiar with the old-fashioned grater. I've seen ladies take a grater and rip the knuckles off. When you want to grate up potatoes for delicious potato pancakes, this has a smooth, flat edge, impossible to cut yourself. Just like you were washing clothes, you rub it up and down, and you really grate your vegetables real fine, retaining all the flavors and all the juices. Breadcrumbs for when you're serving veal cutlets or anything like that. You want a little breadcrumbs to fry your fish in? Why, there's the greatest proposition in the world. Use that for coconut, cheese, or horseradish. When you're through with it, just hit it down like that. That knocks all the food out. Rinse it out in a little water and hang it up and let it dry. Now, here is a stone made of carborundum and sapphire quartz, which is made purposely to keep these knives sharp. When they get dull, a few strokes over the edge like this, and you can put a keen cutting edge on it. If you have a dull knife or a dull pair of scissors, an old sickle or a scythe, a lawnmower, cleaver, an axe, there's a tool that will really put an edge on the knife so the knife will really cut for you. I just want to give you an idea of how sharp that knife really is when you sharpen it with that stone. Ladies, I've seen some of you try to open up cans. Now, there's a can of Campbell's baked beans. I've seen ladies open up a can and you poke a hole in it, go around the top, hippity-hop, and your finger slips. Let me show you a real proposition. Look, lay it on the can, lift up the safety, and turn the key. That locks itself on the can. No harder than you were winding up your watch. Wind up the key and that'll cut the top off of the can slick and smooth. Notice how the end raises itself up in the air so you can lift the lid off, giving you a clean, smooth edge. Now that can be used for sardine cans, square cans or round cans, exactly the same way. Now this tool here, my dear friends, needs no introduction. This will save you on an average of $20 to $30 every year you use it as a peeling knife. Here's a grater for cheese, coconut, or horseradish, a fish scaler for scaling your fish, and when you're coring your apple, it's just a slight twist of the wrist, and there's the apple core. There's one more tool that I want you to see, and I want you to watch this one very closely. Many a times when you're baking a pie, you have a pudding in the oven. I've seen ladies wrap a towel around your hand, and many a times you burn your fingers. Hook this onto the pot like this and lift the hot pots off the top of the stove. You've got a pie pan in the oven? Get a hold of the pie pan like this. Why, you couldn't get it off with a team of horses. This will positively lift 100 pounds. There's a pail of water weighs 50 or 60 pounds. That's the way you pick it up. But there's one more tool. I'll be all through and I'll be finished. Oh, now the next tool and the last one is what they call the Sarah Bernhardt cutter. This was invented by the head chef of the Imperial Hotel in the city of Berlin, Germany. You place the screw into the center of the vegetable. twist the vegetable until the threads catch a hold, then you wind this up. You keep winding until you utilize the whole potato. The faster you turn, the quicker the slices. Why, ladies, here's a machine for slicing onions. The first onion that you slice with this cutter, you'll bless the day you've got a hold of it. Every slice cut exactly the same thickness, every slice cut the same size. In making what they call a rosette, pull the vegetable out like this. Pin the ends together with a toothpick, drop that potato into the hot fat and fry it. That will come out like a donut, golden brown. If you're serving a nice fish dinner, a little parsley goes in the center with the fish all around it, makes a very appetizing dish. Did you ever try to slice onions with a knife? You know how you get one thick slice and one thin slice? Run the knife through the center. That will separate each slice individual. Almost like magic, there is every slice cut exactly the same thickness and the same size. Wouldn't you like to have a set like this in your kitchen? Why, of course you would. Now don't forget, attend this theater every week and receive this 12-piece fascinating... Ladies and gentlemen, the management of this theater takes great pleasure in making this announcement. To each lady attending this theater each week, will receive absolutely free a fascinating 12-piece kitchen cutlery set, one piece each time. It is really interesting and amazing to know how you can prepare your meals in an appetizing and pleasing manner. There's an old saying, and a true one, that what is pleasing to the eye is bound to be pleasing to the appetite. I'm going to demonstrate this set to you, and I want you to watch it very closely. The first cutter that I'm going to show you, now this first one is known as the Parisian cutter. Wind it through the potato like a corkscrew. When the cutter appears on the opposite side, pull the cutter out. Place the handle in the center and twist it out. This is what they call a French curl. When you fry these, they come out like donuts, nice and brown. Serve them with your steaks or pot roast them. Unwind it, there's two curls out of the one potato. Tomorrow morning for breakfast, wind a little strip of bacon around the potato and serve them with bacon and eggs. They're delicious. Different colored vegetables, wind them together and you get the two colors. Here's a little trick cut. Split the curl halfway through the center. If you're making a shrimp salad and you happen to run short of shrimp, mix these in with the regular shrimp. Upon my word, you couldn't tell the difference until you start to eat 'em. Now the rest of the potato, you stuff it. We'll call this a little chicken. We'll call this here some hamburger. You might have a little meat that's been laying in the ice box for a few days. Chop the meat up fine, season it highly, stuff it into the center of the potato and bake them with the skins on. When they're done, cut them in two. Serve them on the half shell just like that. Serve them in slices when company calls. The more company you have, the thinner you cut the slices. If your mother-in-law calls, give her a beak piece like that. Now the second tool in the set is known as the garnishing knife. Everything you cut with this must come out fancy. Watch this, please. You cut down, you turn the potato, and then you cut through the edge.
Hello, everyone. How are we today? National Pistachio Day. You can get pistachios out here. So, going to do salad with pistachios in the salad. gonna do just a spicy. I'll do a quick spicy honey mustard dressing. Just basic tossed salad. Maybe we'll grab some carrot and onion for that. Or I don't have onion, so shallot. Get shallot and onion, or shallot and garlic, and some other things going with some both cabbage and with our rice tonight. Gonna throw pistachios in the rice. And lastly, I'm gonna do almost said turkey there for some reason. Pork tenderloin, which I'm still defrosting here, off of the pig. And we're going to coat that in pistachios. So, all good stuff. I think I have a pack of these open too. Oh, hidden over here on the ready to use table, for lack of a better term. It used to be the scale and weigh area, but now it's sort of like ready access when I'm on stream. Oh, did I not update the title? Dope. Nope, I didn't. There we go. That should be correct now. Thank you for letting me know that the title was not updated. Appreciate that. Good stuff. Require a little chewing, though. So, is this defrosted yet? I don't know what this is. We're getting there. I can maybe start butchering this. Start by cleaning up the pork tenderloin here. That sounds like a good time. Good bag. Ziploc bag and the top ripped rather than it come open. So that's how we'll deal with that. Excuse you, Drain. Okay, so it's a little bent right now, but we can work with that. Hey, Lexi. Gonna take a little of this wood on the beef would be the chain. How are you tonight, Lexi? Hopefully having a lovely day. get some music going here too. Sort of failing on everything with the streaming tonight. Basmati? It's a long grain rice. It's about the best answer I have for you. It's one of my favorite rices to cook normally. He looks over his cabinet and makes sure that he has enough rice to do this. Nice. Probably starting to look a little bit closer to something you get from the supermarket now that I got that extra fat here and there off. It's a little blood on the surface. Do I want to take the... Yeah, why not? Marengo. Oh, we butchered that bag up, so I can't reuse that for this. Try and dry this off nice. Now we got that all nice and cleaned up. Do a little soy sauce marinade. Maybe just keep it simple with just soy sauce. Nah, I lied. A little bit of oil. Some Worcestershire sauce. Ginger's not a bad one. I was actually thinking ginger with the rice tonight. You can throw a chunk of... I don't know if I got any small chunks here. Maybe we can add a small chunk of ginger in there too. Is that how you say it? Ginger? Oh. Well, I pronounce it, or try to pronounce it, the way I see it phonetically. Worcester. Like, Worcester. It's a location in the UK. Shire. However, I've heard and seen other definitions for that same word. So, why not? It's just skin. And use the... I can show you guys. Sealer bag all but one corner. Then use the water to force all the air out of the bag. Since I don't have a fancy vacuum sealer, this works just fine. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Huh. So we'll let that hang out over there. We're going to need some shallot tonight for our rice and for our cabbage. Victory. Buns. Elma's getting the rewards. main pot. And I think I'm going to have to split this one. These ones are potent. They're getting to my eyes. Hey Peter, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Wow. Doing pretty good. How about yourself, Loading? Welcome in. sort of. Depends on how strict you want to be in your definition of julienne. Probably safer calling it sliced shallots. Probably need about double this for the dinner tonight. I should probably go back and do more shallots and more garlic here. So what's new, everyone? What's everyone having for? What'd you have for dinner, Peter? I sort of arbitrarily stopped with that many cloves because that was the end of the head of bulb or bulb garlic. Yes, sorry, Peter. I had that automatically set up in the bot to deal with links so that no one comes in here and spams links. Oh, well, the bot thought you did. I didn't see what you typed. Yeah, I think it was just the spacing with the periods. My apologies. Actually, since I'll be lazy about this. We'll just start separating them now. If you're just joining in, I've already cleaned up a pork tenderloin here. We got this with 2 cloves of garlic, a bunch of ginger, some soy sauce, and Worcestershire sauce, as I pronounce it. I'm sorry, Peter. He's absolutely not doing anything that should be timed out here. Nice loading personality. I think I'm okay with typing on a phone, but I'm super slow at it. Like, I don't think... I think I'm less accurate typing fast on my mechanical keyboard. And honestly, I think I'm most accurate on this junky throwaway. You know, the kitchen keyboard. You know, that I've already soaked and literally cleaned. Oh yeah, my mobile is basically only used when I'm half asleep. Oops. Yeah, I got quiet again because I started cutting. Go slow. Get rid of that garlic stickiness on the blade. Use the small one for our rice. That's what happens with a knife. You cut garlic, and I don't know if it's the sugars or what's going on there, but whatever juices it has will make things stick to your knife. Those make things stick to your hands too, especially as it dries. Weird wraps with spinach and egg. Ooh, some other people actually answered what I said earlier too, and I didn't pay them any attention. Weird wraps with spinach and egg. I had some weird spinach wraps the other day too. Mine were more self-imposed though. Well, considering I made mine, I don't think so, but yeah. Same general premise. I filled mine sort of with that. I filled mine with cream spinach. So I made spinach wraps and filled them with cream spinach. That was for spinach night. Do I need another bowl for... Yeah, we'll need another one for the rice. Nut break. What's the music epidemic? I was debating going with Monster. We need to cut some cabbage too. Pull up the box of veggies here. We'll use up this parsley tonight. I might as well throw a little. Yeah, I don't think that'll really fit, so maybe we'll skip that, but... Get ourselves a couple radishes for a salad later. Couple carrots for with the salad. Think anything else hiding in here? Let's pull this out of the box. You don't need the big box anymore. I didn't really like the way that those looked, and I didn't like the way that the last ones looked. If they were nice and pretty, I'd throw them in salad. They're perfectly good in a salad, or sauteed up with this would be awesome too. I'll see, you guys are probably some prime competitors for that scramble. We get a lot of people from the States that are only English speakers, so... I would think so, Bunny. We're only going to use some of this tonight, though. Let's do more than that, though. Yeah, I'm getting things complicated by leaving my board messy here. Six 4, 6 5. According to my last doctor's visit, I think it was 6'2". But I've scaled much higher before. Sort of a rough chop here. Since we're sauteing it up, we want it to have a little structure left over. They're up here. Thankfully not smoky today. Though it's absolutely not the time of year for forest fires to be worried about. Although I'm also grateful that today that my neighbor's contractors left, because they've been building a garage right next to my house here, and yeah, pound, 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 pound. Oops, I'm forgetting what I'm cutting this for here. Going a little thin. Just cutting slaw there for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and toss these two together. No, they're building a garage, and so they're framing it out right now. Or they were during the day today. MSG. Let me look it up. It's a variety of Japanese fish paste cakes. So like like surimi. Okay, I'm hoping it's been a minute. Let's do our battle. fun when the battles are close. This one hasn't been bad, but... Victory. The scramble, you just have to type in ! scramble, but after it says to type it to join, now that it's started again, it might be too late, I think. Ooh, I get all the kills, huh? Elma's with the assists. Bun Buns and Head Mama Bear with the gold. Congrats. That's what I thought I had done before, game. So we just restarted another game in the wrong program. Let's enter the event. Let's do the event. I'm gonna have to the next time anyways. We weren't gonna get anything major out of this one. Oh, we can put down here at the bottom too. I'm gonna start at the bottom. Yep, that one you just follow by the link in the chat there or at the top of the window right now. Many different streamers playing that game. You can play with a whole bunch of streamers. You can play with, I think, 3 at once for the free game and 4 if you join the premium version. And I think they're working on other games to come out here. They're definitely doing regular updates to this one. We got all that goodness in our salad here, so let's switch over to back to cooking here. And I'm gonna add, this is sort of like our marinade section here because this is gonna be sauteed. So I'm gonna add a little onion powder to go on top of that. And then, let's see, what else do we need to throw in here for right now? We can throw red pepper flakes in there early. It'll help rehydrate them a bit. Have a great night, Peter. Thanks for stopping by. So we'll leave that like that, I think. Give this a bit of a toss. Got plenty of salt in there already. Otherwise, he might hit it. If you went light in salt, you can maybe do it a second time here, get a little bit more coating. But the idea here is we want it to start losing some of that moisture, start breaking down a little bit, so that when I do saute it later on, that's already broken down. It's going to be that much easier to do our job. Even though the liquid's going to slow us down, but I'm going to drain that off. We're going to use our carrots to deglaze our cabbage. I don't like the way the outside of this skin's looking. Actually, let's just cut that whole quarter off. I like the flavor of radish, but I don't like getting into a big chunk of it, so I go pretty thin on my radish. Pepsi? Wondering what I'm rattling here. I'm hearing a reverb whenever I hit the counter right now. There it was. It's our first of their carrots of the year, apparently, here. This farm usually takes a break in January, February-ish, when the crops break down. And you only really get the winter stuff left, even though they farm year-round for the most part. But they take a break with some of their major crops then, including carrots. Otherwise, I think they're practically a carrot farm. Nice loading. We'll throw that in our salad. We'll do one more for the salad, this other squiggly. I'm sure you do, Bun Buns. I'm getting a kick out of Bun Buns loving all the rabbit food. Decided I wanted a little carrot in there with the cabbage too. Give it a little color. It's looking a little pale right now. I expected the shallots to give it a bit more of a pop, and they're just sort of meh. They just got washed out. Well, she's the head mama bear. Welcome in, head mama bear. So we got that and that. We got this going for our salad. And rice. So this and this is our rice. Actually, this isn't our rice. Ginger for the rice. Let's just do it over the board. It's up there. It's not up there with dill. I've been talking about that the last 2 nights. But fresh ginger does have a wonderful... I used to wake up to... I used to use a lemon ginger or something along that line face wash. But I stopped using that brand. But it was a good wake up in the morning in the shower. And let's do our herbs up too while we're here. Oh, I do need some of this for Sunday. That's right, I was saving some of this for Sunday. It's going to be sort of sad looking on Sunday, but we're using it in stock, so... I'm just going to keep the stems in there this time. Minus the... just only a stem. I doubt you could find it. Actually, they might have gone out of business. But at the same time, I do recommend that. I mean, that was great wake up for... Let's see, is this thing cooled off now? Well, I normally do a pretty good job of cleaning things up. I did leave this thing on the stove, and so I cleaned that just before the stream, and then, typical for my cast iron, I heated it to dry it off, and then I was stuck with this hot pan that I didn't want to show on stream. So we're going to need you for rice. Sorry about that. You for both pork and for our cabbage. Yeah, cool. I'm going to start the oven here to 350. We'll use that to finish our pork. But speaking of that, we need to make our glaze for our pork. Why don't we just reuse this bowl that I used for the shallots earlier? Mustard. Grey Poupon. The spicier horseradishier, more type of mustard. Dijon. I was thinking of something else I was going to throw in there. Oh! Darn it. I went and messed this up already. Well, I think we can probably mix it in there anyways. Add a little Vegemite. I was thinking of mixing the Vegemite and the honey, figuring that they would probably blend together easier. Because this, yeah, let's do that anyways, because this is pretty thick stuff. MSG. I got the honey already. I'm like, where did I put the honey? here. Now let's see if we can just pour it out and save a spoon. So that's some very savory honey. Yeah, that mixed up much better that way. So use this spicy, sweet, savory combo. Pour it over the pork after I sear it, and then I'll put the pistachios on the outside of that. Well, we're doing stuff for that pork first, but the salad's not too far off of this. We're still going to use those same two mustards, and actually going to throw in a little mayo when it comes to the salad dressing. But we can mix that up now too. Excuse you, bottle. Nice. It's been quite a bit since I've had some truffle. What did I do with that honey? Again. And turn the fan on low here. A little apple cider vinegar. Well, here in the States, basically all you see, well, basically all they sell are white or black. And there is a difference, and there is, but I don't know it. Salt, pepper, MSG. Salad dressing. Oh, I said I was going to make this spicy, didn't I? We can fix that quick. A little cayenne. The best way that I know to explain it is savoriness. Also, satiation at the moment of eating. It's something that you're already used to eating, and so it's really something trying to define something you already know as something else. It's in just about everything. And why don't we do this since you're asking? Still getting little bumps here and little lumps here and there of either honey or mustard that hasn't been mixed in fully. So there's our salad dressing. Let's leave this here for with our pork. I think it's time for a nut break and reassess where we are here. We're probably pretty close to a battle here too. Where are we looking with that? Oh, less than a minute. They were actually on sale. Let's do our 1 minute here before the battle. Thank you for heating up, oven. Been smelling you for 20 minutes. Add a little oil to our... Oh, we're going to need more oil than that tonight. Seems like a lot of oil, and it is a lot of oil. But it's going to be going into both... it's both going to be used to sear that pork, and then later to saute the cabbage. Alright, let's do our battle. Ooh, all sorts of archers on this one. Should have told you guys to bring out rogues. I wasn't paying attention. I think we've got it even still. Mystic Manor with the win, with the kills, Buns with the assists, Buns with the scrolls. Congrats. Yay, skins. Gold that I probably won't use. What is this? What are these? Got me wondering what... I'm almost tempted to go the bottom route here, because... I guess we can go... Well... Let's go top route. Shiny wins out. Alright, back to the board. So I think we're about ready to get going here with the actual cooking. What else? Oh, we still got some more things for the salad first. Rutabaga. I don't know why I just called that rutabaga when it's kohlrabi. Next to the rest of this, I'm going to throw in there. So you were starting to lose some moisture. You got some liquid in the bottom of the pan there, or the bowl. Not enough that I don't think I'm going to probably bother draining it like I said earlier, but it can get that heavy depending on how much water loss you get. So let's start with pork. We're going to take this, I'm going to go straight to the stove with this. Need our stove heated up first though. Let's get that pan warming up. Leave that there for a moment, let that pan warm up. Unmolded. Well, unmolding's better than being moldy. No worries, thanks for stopping by. I know for you and Amazing Peter, it's rather late evening. I'm waiting for us to get a little smoke off that pan. We're at a bubble. Oh wow, that's awfully blurry. Why don't we learn how to focus their camera? Bubbling like there's some moisture in the pan. I didn't leave anything in there. We are starting to get to a very light smoke now. Very light. Let's close the bedroom door. We don't need any smoke alarms tonight. Yeah, please let me know if you guys notice the cameras are going either of these C920s, because they're not great with the autofocus. Much more trusting of that guy, but that's not that spectacular. It starts seeing things, it looks for things when it doesn't need to. It probably thinks that's an eye. So we're just searing here, which is going to get us most of the way when it comes to a pork tenderloin, but just to let you know, I'm not trying to perfectly, completely cook this yet. Hey Suki, welcome back. How you doing tonight? What's new? You kick that fan on high. Temperature-wise, I'm doing pretty good. I wish I didn't have a neighbor building a garage right next to my place and hammering all day. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. We're going to need... Where do I have that right now? Put these back on the counter after cleaning the counter before the stream. Maybe we'll just substitute this guy. Relocate a couple of things here. Use this for our... This isn't going to be great for baking it either. Let's just use a sheet pan. I wanted something small, sort of like a piece of pork that I could put it in, but... Next, we sort of want this here. But I grew up with snow. I know how that is. Yeah. That's sort of why I live here. Some interesting names in chat tonight. A couple of lurkers that I haven't seen in a long, long time. They're not lurking anymore, so I'm not calling anyone out. Oh, hey, Ginger. Let that cool down a little bit, though you could go straight in with the cabbage. wondering if I should maybe give these a quick blitz in the blender, or if they're going to be good just as is. Let's try it as is. Yeah, I probably should have blitzed some of these. So we're going to do that now. Yeah, I was debating whether I wanted to do that, and now I'm going to do some of that too. Quick mute for the blender. Which one? Might actually be this light, too. Now, I fixed that. So now we're going to throw this in the oven to finish. Turn the heat back on the stove down here. Get going with our rice. Oil in our pan. That's noble of you, Suki. We got that heating up. Let's grab our rice, grab our onion and our shallot. Real quick on our shallot because it's nice and small and celery going to start to color. Hit that with a fair shake of salt, both for rice and our veggies. MSG, because I put MSG in practically everything. We'll skip the pepper for now. We'll do that when we're mixing it together. And I thought I had gotten it out. I guess not. Two cups of rice. In most cases you would wash the rice. I've been using this brand enough that I'm sort of trusting it's not need the washing just for we're not making sushi rice here. Now we get that warmed up, start adding water into here. One and a half times for the water, plus a little bit. So that's 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of water, and a little bit. We'll bring that up to a boil with a lid on it. Come back over to here, turn the heat on this pan. You know, those pans still relatively warm. Forgot the ginger with the rice. Nice. Good to hear loading. So we're starting our cabbage over here. I don't know if we're quite there for our garlic yet. I'll put my rice away. Doing a lot better for dishes tonight than I did on Wednesday. Wow. Actually, it wasn't so bad with dishes on Wednesday. It was just I had stuff all over the place. Whereas tonight I still have stuff all over the place, but it's not as much of a mess. So in with our garlic. Yeah, it's just barely sizzling, so it's good that I waited. Nice. Losing our sizzle here and need to kick up the heat. Let's hope we can get that back. I don't think we will though. Not feeling a boil here just yet. We're not rocking and rolling as far as temp either. Adding the cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and add our salad greens. Nice guess. Leave me enough for lunch maybe tomorrow. I want to cook down all that liquid, so we're going to switch to my way of doing this, which is probably incorrect. We give lots of space for that to evaporate off and steaming the rest of this. Timing. The correct way is taking that back all out of the pan and getting the pan properly back up to the right heat. Because we need to remove the moisture from the party here. We're trying to cook. We're trying to get some color on that. We're trying to get some, and as long as there's liquid in the bottom of that pan, it's just not going to do it. We need a boil over here yet? No. Almost though. Bottle. Bottle. let's see how we do here. Wow, those bouncing guys go straight for the helpers. Ouch. So this is one you gotta just straight overpower them. That's interesting. Sort of like a tanks only map. That's cool. We still won though. Bun Buns with the kills. Bun Buns and Mystic with the gold. I already started this one. This one's probably not going to finish on stream tonight. I'm going to go up here and start up there. So I think these were the guys that were... No, they weren't. But these are going to be probably rogue targets. Yeah. So you guys can put rogues to attack these guys, but we're going to need a little power to go after these. Alright. Back to the stove. Flame off of our rice. Gonna give that 10 minutes. So we're wanting a little red pepper from this, just for color. But I think I'm gonna actually stop it here. Still leave it with a little bit of that veg crunch, but it's still cooked and warm. I'm actually gonna go back into the same bowl. Pull out our pork here. Pork is done roasting. Got some beautiful color with that sauce as it caramelized up. And all pecans? No. Pistachios. Crusting on top. We got another couple minutes on our rice here. And turn our fan back down low. Give our big cast iron a quick rinse out here. So I don't have to do that at some other later date. Already hot water from the heater. We're going to need a little bit of a wipe out. Let that heat up. We got our sauteed slaw or sauteed cabbage here. Gonna add a fair amount of our parsley in with that. $3.50. I haven't even tested it, probed it. If it's under, I'm not afraid of it. I got a good sear on the outside. That's really all you need these days. Older people will remember days before we changed proper methods of raising pigs. There was, I think it's trichinosis, which still occasionally shows up here and there, but basically it has for the most part been eradicated. And so older people were raised to bring their pork like well done. You know, cook, turn it into shoe leather. Got about 5 minutes to wait on that rice. So about 6:40 for me locally. Put away our extra bag of pistachios. Oh, we need some nuts in our salad too. That finishes off that bag. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I think of so many nuts as just so bland and plain. Pistachios have got... they're unique. Well, it's National Pistachio Day. There you go, you have an excuse to eat them. Still got lettuce on it. Actually, it might be cabbage. Baklava. That's something I can show you guys. It's not baklava, but I thought about baklava for tonight. But here's the halva that I made. And obviously it's not... I put too much tahini in there, so it's too soft still. Though it has crystallized up quite a bit. And the downside to this is this does have the Greek seasoning in it. So this has got some garlic, this has got some onion in there. But I tried a square of it here last night. It's not bad, it's heavy. It's like mostly honey. But yeah, that's decent stuff. The question is, how well can I slice this without turning it into a complete mess? This is like something you bring to the table like this, and then they slice it and make it disgusting for you at the table. Thank you, loading. Nice. Not quite rare. More like a medium well. Oh yeah. Medium. But I'm happy with that. What's that emote? Oh. Let's do one more thinner slice here to go with dinner. My phone reminded me because I have all my dates in my calendar. If you look down in my About Me section, in the actual About Me section, there's a link towards the bottom there if you want to add the Google Calendar, my upcoming schedule, your Google Calendar. Or also, it's also got everything listed for the next week and a timer now. I used to type all of them out there. I'm saving myself of typing them out in multiple occasions now and just putting them into my calendar and extracting them from my calendar to other locations. So our rice should be good and happy now. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like rice. Maybe you could have skipped that extra little. Maybe slightly over. Pretty close though. Oh, hey, I steamed the camera. My bad. Oh, wow, that's gingery. Quite a bit of ginger in that. I think I'm going to add some parsley to the rice. I think I'm going to add some soy to the rice. I already put a decent amount of salt in there, so the soy could bring it up there, but I thought it was still light on seasoning. And we didn't add any pepper yet, so we need to add some pepper in there. And I think after tasting liquid with the salt, with the pork, I think I'm going to. Do I need to? Let's skip it. Welcome in, Alistair. Hopefully you're having a lovely afternoon. I'm assuming you're Australian, which makes me think it's probably sometime around, 2, 3, maybe 4. Am I wrong on what time it is locally for you? Off there. Nice. Thank you. Sort of lucked out on the meat, but get our individual pics here for the Discord. I post pictures of everything in Discord. I post pictures on... Thank you, loading. And I also post on Instagram. I have automated posts on Facebook, though I don't pay much attention to Facebook. And also do Twitter. But I do sort of like a all-in-one photo on Twitter. I try and do 2 or 3 good shots for Discord or for Instagram, and everything goes on Discord. So there's our salad. Give that a stir. With the honey mustard, spicy honey mustard. Got a bit of that horseradish going on with the Grey Poupon. And I also got a bunch of cayenne in there. Get a photo of this deliciousness. Once I figure out where I threw my phone. Salad. Let's go with the wooden bowl tonight. Awesome. Underneath the pork, we have our sauteed cabbage with shallots, carrot. There's some parsley, which is going to be the dark green in there, and cabbage, garlic, and a little garlic too. Some good hearty veg for picking up all the juices off of that pork. And if you guys haven't been following around me with streaming, I did it. It was all the way back in last summer, but I actually butchered the pig that this tenderloin came from. I bought 2 halves, so I bought a whole pig, basically, other than the head and the offal, and broke that down on stream. That rice turned out great. Let's see how we're doing with our salad dressing tonight. See if we need to add some salt. That's awesome. Sweet and acidic right off of the bat with the dressing. And then you get the heat afterward. Especially with that cayenne, it's sort of like that build-up heat. Should have grabbed a proper knife rather than a butter knife there. Yeah, I probably should have blitzed up the pistachios a bit more. I mean, I did pretty good on the ones that I did blitz up, but don't put whole pistachios on there. Cabbage is great too. Still got a little bit of that crunch, but it's got all that savoriness. Oh yeah. Cheers. Give me one moment here to see if we can start a raid for someone. Send the party off to. Here's someone that I haven't raided before in the food and drink section. They've been around for a while. What are they up to tonight? I'm not even paying attention to what they're doing. I think we can do this. Nice. So we're going to go hang out with Long Nguyen. Probably butchering that name. Another food and drink streamer. He's always doing decent food. He seems like a decent cook. What little I've seen of his stream, he seems like he's knows what he's doing. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. I will be back on Sunday all day. I'm doing 9 to 9 on Sunday. Going to be doing stock. Going to be doing puff pastry. Going to be doing lunch and dinner. So Sunday's going to be awesome. Also got some really interesting things coming up here the week after. I know the Sunday after that, I'm actually trying to do the longest or the tallest lasagna I've ever done. I'm actually making a custom pan for this to max out the size of my oven. So we're going to have a really tall lasagna here. Hopefully next Sunday. But thank you for joining me. I will be back here on Sunday all day, and I hope you'll have a great night.
Alright, a little knot of ginger. I'm going straight in. If I'm doing a Szechuan style, I got green onions, some ginger,